Hey everyone, we're back for part 2. Starting off after getting everything stripped with the chemical stripper, I'm just going through and sanding everything down. This will take off any of the remaining paint that was left over and make sure everything's nice and smooth. I used a random orbital sander as well as a quarter sheet sander and sanding sponges to make sure every bit of it was smooth. This piece really made me wish I had one of those detail sanders. This dresser also had these wood stoppers for the drawers. A lot of them were missing or damaged, so I had to recreate new ones. I used a couple different size dowels that I cut to size to recreate the stoppers. I glued the pieces together, and then you can see that I made similar stoppers comparing it to the original, and then I glued all of those in place. To restore the hardware, I got a pot, filled it with vinegar and water, and then I set these pieces to boil for about 30 minutes, and you could see a lot of gunk coming off of them. Then I took steel wool and scrubbed them down, and this will just show you kind of before and after what they look like. Next, it was time to prepare for painting. To start that off, I cleaned everything down with my TSP cleaner, making sure to remove any dust and debris. I got the drawers all masked up off camera and plugged all the holes. And then I sprayed it down with about 2 coats of primer. And then I finished it off with 2 or 3 coats of the base color. And for this transformation, we're going with a dark navy blue. Probably the most difficult part of this transformation was the gold trim pieces. I had to use a small brush to paint on the gilding wax, and anytime I would mess up, I would just use a wet cloth to wipe away the material I did not want on there. Finally spraying it in clear, and I think this clip really shows the importance of wearing respiratory protection. For the final touch, I'm going to treat everything in Howard feed and wax. I did the inside of all the drawers as well as all the parts of the dresser where the drawers are going to be rubbing. And finally, here's the before. It's a roughly 1950s pale yellow with gold trim dresser. And here is the after, a deep navy with restored trim and hardware. Let me know what you all think, and thanks again for watching.